2019. We have ATK coach Mr. Steve Coppell with us. Coach, not the way probably you had felt to approach the game. So actually, why didn't go according to your plan?
Well, I knew it would be a really close game, and they had a little bit more size in midfield than I perhaps anticipated. I thought they would just play either Ganesh or Herd, and when I saw them play both, I knew they were trying to shore up the midfield as such, so I knew that was going to make it a little bit more difficult for Manu and Edu in particular to get the ball in those little sort of inside forward areas, if you understand that. And that proved to be the case. We didn't get a flow about our play. I thought at half time it was going to go right to the end and possibly rather extra time. But the goal we conceded after 5 minutes, it was a comedy of errors as far as I was concerned. We had the ball in midfield, we lost it, the ball went wide. We were in control of the situation, we lost it. Eventually the cross comes in and we were punished. So I always felt the first goal was going to be vital. So that proved to be the case. I think it might have been interesting at the end if we'd scored in the last 10 minutes. The goalkeeper made a couple of terrific saves. So it wasn't meant to be. So now we go home and have a think about things. And that's it. It's a shame. I feel sad that the season's over, to be honest.
Did you miss Pranay at the heart of the midfield?
Yeah, definitely. Pranay is top Indian. He's got a real drive about him. We missed his presence for sure. We missed his, as I say, drive in midfield. We had a couple of, I'm not making excuses, but we did have a couple of players who certainly weren't anywhere near close to 100%. But no excuses. The suspensions are part of the game.
Coach, it's been a long season and spanning 2 tournaments. What would you say are the biggest takeaways for your team this season?
It's difficult, at this particular moment. I thought we were really close in the league. Again, I go back to the Mumbai game. If we'd have beaten Mumbai, we'd been in the playoffs, and then the season would have been looked upon, I think, with a different complexion. I thought the first 2 games here we were excellent. Kashmir are a real handful. I thought we did terrific in that match, and then Delhi. We got a little bit close at the end, but I think our forward play there was the way I would have wanted it all season. All season we were lacking. Kaluuche was injured for a long time. Alfaro didn't even get started. We were missing one main key striker really all season. So, it's not for me really to make conclusions. I'd just like to thank the players, the squad, the people around the club for the work they put in. As you say, it's a long season. I think we started August 20 or something like that. It seems a hell of a long time ago now. And it's just a shame we didn't get to the final just to give the season some real substance. Yeah.
And despite that, they were able to shade most of the position. They held close to 60% in the first half. Would you put it down to your players lacking, not being 100%, or was it something else?
No, if you look at the stats for most games, it's not often we have dominating possession. That's it's a difficult one to sort of assess really. Looking back on the game now, I'd like to watch it again in the cold light of day, I suppose. When they are in control of the game, you look at, we go with Manu, we go with Edu, we go with Balwant to try and stay up the field as much as possible. We didn't want our forwards to chase their fullbacks once their fullbacks got involved. You know, they had an overload of players. I wasn't too bothered about the crosses coming into the box in the first half. I think we deal with them, no problem. As I say, the first goal was just comedy of errors from way back. You know, we had Eugene, who hasn't played a lot of football, and other people who, as I say, had little knocks, but I'm not making excuses for anyone. We give our best on the night.
You said like this has been a long season for you, considering after ISL, then the cup competition. Right? Maybe like going forward, this competition could be played within the season, league season.
I think I've got to be careful what I say about this competition, I'm afraid. It lost all credibility when teams pulled out. I realised that it has to be played. It lost credibility when the I-League teams pulled out. The arrangements I felt were poor. The training facilities were unprofessional. I think whoever is in charge has to have a real rethink about where this competition sits. You know, I've said for many years it should be a pre-season competition or a during season competition, but you know, nobody knows what the league's going to be next year, nobody knows when it's going to start, nobody knows the structure, nobody knows anything. I think there's got to be a lot more transparency in the planning going forward as to what's the end game, what are people trying to produce. You know, it's helped the Indian national team, the I-League, the ISL rather. This competition has just been so bolted on. It needs to have a meaning. I think at the moment it's just, well, we've got to do that, so let's do it.
Coming back to the match, do you think that he actually has confidence after his injury and being up?
No, let's forget about his injury. His injury was like 2 years ago now, so, or a year ago, over a year ago, August, it's 18 months, I don't know how long it is. He's fit. It's just that, you know, in the midfield, I've had a choice of Pranay or Eugene. I've gone with Pranay. Pranay is the national team. He was captain in the last game. So he hasn't played much football. So it's unfair to judge him on tonight either, because he's, you know, he's obviously a very accomplished footballer, and I hope he shows that next season. So it's unfair to. I think he had some excellent bits. He had one terrific shot in the second half. Again, if that had gone in, if the goalkeeper had just tipped it over, you know, again, it could have been a little bit different. But he was rusty.
Thank you, Coach.
Okay, thank you everyone.